Hey guys, this is Lovin Meets with Elijah Long. He is the producer of Beyond the Likes, which is dropping in the UAE on November 7th. We got to hear about why he chose Abu Dhabi for this flick.
We'd really love if you can subscribe to the Lovin Meets Show podcast wherever you get your podcast from and enjoy the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Elijah Long. He's here to discuss his latest film, Beyond the Likes, featuring an incredible cast from both the Middle East and the West. Hitting theaters November 7th. Get out and watch it. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. How's everyone?
We're really good. Good morning to you.
Thank you.
So I watched the trailer and I'm so excited for the film.
Amazing.
But can you elaborate more on what the premise is? What is it about?
Well, the premise is about 5 friends that are trying to make it in life, and then they're in their 20s, and life happens, right? Okay. So everything's going wrong, everything's going crazy, and then the main character, who's played by Don Benjamin, who's a model, he has this amazing relationship with this Arab girl, and somehow they break up. And his boys and him have to go to Abu Dhabi to win her back over. And so this is how we end up in Abu Dhabi.
Cute. Okay, so let's talk about the Abu Dhabi leg of the film. Okay. So you brought people like Don Benjamin, Kevin Hart over.
No, not Kevin Hart. Not Kevin Hart.
Oh, so sorry.
I wish Kevin Hart. He's a little expensive.
Big names.
Yeah, it's Terrence J. I have Matt Rife. The cool thing about it is Matt Rife wasn't Matt Rife when we shot this movie. Right? And so this is exactly what Beyond the Likes is about. This was somebody that just followed his dreams and a year and a half later can change his entire life. Next thing you know, he's on a world tour, So he was the guy that had the lowest amount of followers, the lowest people they were, weren't trying to interview him. Now everybody's Matt Rife crazy. Right. So it was kind of cool,
Tell us about, because that brings us into Beyond the Likes. How did you decide on the name?
A couple of things. I went through a couple of name changes actually, but I wanted to let this generation know that there is life beyond likes, the crazy things that people do for likes. So it's like, it's a deeper meaning. At the same time, I wanted people to internalize what is beyond the likes for you, so.
What did the Beyond the Likes mean to the actors then personally?
Them personally, exactly what I just said, to be honest with you. It's like, we want to do something that transcends past America, transcends past our individual things that are important to us. And so we wanted to give an energy to this generation to say, look, let's do something past the social media. Let's some real love. Real friendship, real bonding, real communication, not just through a phone. So,
Tell us about the challenges or the wins of shooting in Abu Dhabi. Like, what was it like to set up a set there? Did you bring a team over? Were you able to get people on ground?
Yeah. So, the crazy thing about it, we shot this towards the end of COVID. So with that being said, there were a lot of challenges because of that. So that we were still wearing masks, we were still doing the protocol. There was still the border between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, which was kind of crazy, right? Whoa. Not to mention being ignorant of the culture. We shot this during Eid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so for the people who don't know, that is Christmas to the rest of the
Must
Muslim.
Be so crowded.
Exactly. And so with that being said, a lot of people weren't at work. So we couldn't get into a lot of our locations. A lot of craziness was happening. The chaos behind the scenes, the documentary is coming soon. It was crazy.
Wow.
So with that being said, it's called Who Ate the Budget, but we'll talk about that later. But it's some cool stuff coming with this one.
Love that they've got the behind the scenes as well.
So you said you were new to the culture.
Yes.
How did you avoid potentially being stereotypical when basically showing the Middle East?
This whole entire film is about being authentic. Yeah. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get real authentic Arab actors. So this is where Jumana Murad comes in. This is where Samar Al-Misri comes in. And with their team, we said, look, listen, we're hands off. The Americans are hands off. What does your dinner table look like? What does your clothes look like? How do you make sure this is real to the actual culture? Because that was very, very important to me. So I wanted to make sure I had inclusion. I wanted to make sure I had people on set that looked like the culture, that smelled like the culture, that sounded like the culture. So it was really me just honing in on what's naturally them, and then just following suit and making sure everything was set up properly. So.
Can you tell us something that surprised you, I guess, during the Abu Dhabi leg of the filming? Like one moment personally that sticks out to you?
You know what? The amazing locations. We're the first ones to ever film in front of the Grand Mosque. And the caring and the lovingness that they gave us, even though we were getting them out of bed because it was Eid, out of their homes because it was Eid, they were still so welcoming to us. And it shocked me that, you know, I know when I'm on Christmas break, it's like, bro, do not call my phone, you know, but they were just really accommodating. And I was really grateful. You know, we flew 125 people across the globe. You know, that's visas for everyone, PCR tests for everyone. So me organizing this, I couldn't have done this without Kais Candle. Kais Candle is my production partner here. He runs the filmmakers. And it was just absolutely amazing how he helped me put this together. You know, he is the star of the show. So him and Chris Jennings, I couldn't have done this without.
But speaking of being accommodating, we've had some blockbusters shoot in Abu Dhabi, but Beyond the Likes are kind of trailblazing in terms of you're one of the first to kind of really say we're shooting in Abu Dhabi without the huge blockbuster name.
Yes.
So first of all, it's amazing to hear that Abu Dhabi was welcoming. How was that journey for you, and also why Abu Dhabi?
Well, the amazing thing about it is coming to Abu Dhabi, shooting across the globe in independent film. So I want people to know this is a complete independent film, independent financing. And to not have that studio behind me, because I am a studio baby. I produce Rambo and Tesla and different projects like that. I'm used to having this whole machine behind me, but actually having to do it ourselves, it made us in touch with the culture more. So we don't have those layers between us with a studio. And why Abu Dhabi? It was a couple of reasons. We wanted this film, this comedy, to resonate, because I think a lot of borders are broken when you laugh with each other, not at each other, you know? So it was important to take this story across the world and not shoot it on a green screen and actually really immerse the guys in the culture, you know? I have images of Matt Rife in a Condora, the whole cast in Condoras, you know? So
we need to see those.
We'll post those on social media, you know, because I know
we're not going to see it in the film.
We wanted to have it in the film for other reasons we couldn't, but we just wanted to respect the culture and everything about it. But it was Abu Dhabi because Dubai and Abu Dhabi is becoming the next generation of the world. You know, everyone wants to come here to build and discover, and we wanted to be a part of that trend and kind of set the trend for more independent films to come here.
So let's talk about the logistics, pre-production, and the set itself. So I understand that sometimes one scene may take a whole day.
Absolutely.
So what scene was the most difficult to shoot and edit?
The most difficult scene to shoot was probably the water park. All right, so I'll give you guys a little teaser there. So probably the water park. To edit was probably that whole sequence, to be honest with you, because we shot literally, I mean, you see this in the trailer, but we shot literally on the racetrack, the Formula One racetrack, the water park. We shot at the Art Louvre. We shot at Grand Mosque.
Lots of hazards, the water,
everywhere. You know, the GoPros. Yeah, it's insane. And then, not to mention, remember, COVID. So it's like, imagine having a wet mask on your face. It was insane, but it was a beautiful time, though. It was a beautiful time.
How do you personally, as a producer, decide on your projects? You mentioned you've been involved in kind of more big blockbuster stuff. This is independent. What kind of leads you to a project?
Sometimes you need a break. When you have a action thriller, it's like, give me something light. Give me something light. Give me a comedy, you know. Give me a little love story, you know. And I love to see two characters fall in love and screen surrounded by comedy. You know,
two different cultures.
Absolutely.
Basically.
And it was just, it was a challenge. I've never done a movie independently and taken it across the globe before. So this is a first for me. So I learned a lot. Every project I do, I learned so much. So this was one for the books.
So you've been a producer for so long. Have you noticed any shifts or new trends in filmmaking?
My career actually started off in acting in front of the camera. And I got nominated for 2 Emmys. And when that happened, fame comes. I actually didn't like the fame.
Really?
Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah,
So
I don't really like being in front of the camera. I like being behind. So that's when I started jumping into the writing and producing. It allowed me to still hone in on my craft and see that vision through other people. And I love breaking talent. So breaking talent is something that I really enjoy. So this is Don Benjamin's first lead in a film. You know, he actually asked me to come on board this project, but this is his first lead in a film. So I wanted to surround him with people that could help drive that project.
Interesting having that 360 perspective. It's interesting. So Masa is actually our show producer.
Yeah,
okay.
And
Okay.
she's
Look at you. Look at you.
Now in front of the camera.
but it gives you that like 360 perspective.
Yeah.
And I wonder like how do you find talent? So like there's people today thinking maybe I could be in your next movie.
For sure. For sure.
But what do you look out for someone who can make it?
You know, it's a raw talent that you just have to see. It's innate. It's something that's in you or it's not. And so you just pay attention to the underlying. There's some things that can be polished. You can see a table that has potential and you polish it up and it's a diamond, you know? And so you just kind of have to see that. It's nothing that you can really articulate. It's something you just gotta see, you know? Yeah, it's kind of like that perfect couch in your living room. It's just like, that's it right
You're
there.
You're so right about the perfect couch. So star power exists.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think we'll be good actors?
100%. You're already acting. You know, we didn't like each other before this camera started rolling. Right? Look at you.
It was like absolutely no chat.
Okay, so what was the most difficult film to produce or act, in your opinion?
I would say most difficult film to produce was probably Rambo. Rambo: Last Blood.
Why?
That was difficult because dealing with a star like Sylvester Stallone is already, you know, a huge feat. And then I also did another film called All-Star Weekend, which is Jamie Foxx's directorial debut. That's starring Jamie Foxx, Gerard Butler, Robert Downey Jr., Eva Longoria, so many people, Jeremy Piven. And so that was a real challenge to me, to be honest with you, because I'm a fan of all of these people wildly. And now I'm forced to be writing and producing with and for them. And so I would say that was the most challenging because you don't want to mess up around that level of stars. So I would say All-Star Weekend with Jamie Foxx is probably my most challenging film.
How epic.
Yeah.
Beyond the Likes is going to premiere in the country on November 7th.
All over the MENA region, November 7th. Please go out and check it out. November 7th, Beyond the Likes.
Before you leave us, we're going to play a quick game.
Let's do it.
It's called What Gives Elijah Long the Ick? So we're going to say things that you might like or that you might think are icky.
Okay.
And then if you think they're icky, you just press the buzzer.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
Okay, let's go. Masa, you're up.
Now I'm curious. What are we doing?
Should we start it easy or hard?
Hey, let's put it on the difficult. Let's do it.
Okay, dating apps.
Non-existent. I don't do them. Ick.
Dating apps are ick?
Yeah.
Then how do people meet?
Say it one more time.
How can people meet?
How can people meet?
Yeah.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
I mean, I love in person, you know, because there's so many filters these days. You don't know what you're really clicking on, you know. So yeah, I like in person.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Forward thinker, a little bit, you know, I'm trying to be politically correct here. I met Elon a few times. So
really?
Yeah. It's a cool guy, but very quirky, you know. I think, you know, forward thinker.
It's very fair.
Yeah.
Bit quirky.
Bit quirky.
PDA on social media.
PDA on social media. Ick.
No, not into it.
No. I believe that a relationship should be preserved, and that should be private. If you want to show PDA, that's fine, but at the same time, you leave yourself open for scrutiny. And people are waiting till you have the whole page deleted from all those pictures from those people. It's like, oh, they broke up. You
Avoid
know?
stalkers. Yeah.
Literally. Gen Z slang to be relatable.
Gen Z what?
Slang.
Okay, that lets you know I'm not Gen Z. What is that?
It's just throwing in words like no cap.
Oh yeah,
Wilson.
okay. We have those in the movie.
Really?
We have one of those. Yeah, we have a no cap moment in the movie because Don's character caps a lot. Don's character caps a lot. So
that's
yeah,
a little bit of a teaser.
A little bit of a teaser.
Is he a bit of a player?
I don't know.
He fell in love.
You know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
He fell in love. No?
Right. And so you have that culture clash from American thinking, from Arab values. So, you know, it's a really cool connection with this one. So,
I'm excited to see the love story. I saw the fight scene and I was like, yes, show me more.
Something's happening.
That's right for that, yeah. Okay. Facetunes. Facetunes.
I told you again, I'm not Gen Z, so what is that? What is that?
Our last one, Beyonce.
Beyonce is Beyonce. You know, she's kind of like GOAT status at this point.
Try to be safe.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. You know, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to do that. But, you know, it's just like, I'll bob my head to a beat. You know, it's cool. It's cool.
I hear you saying. That brings us to the end of the show. Elijah Long, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And best of luck with the release.
Thank you so much. November 7th.
And the afters,
the after party?
The after party. The director cut, the behind the scenes. When is that coming out?
That should probably be early next year, maybe March. Yeah. So look out for that one as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Thank you, Massa.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We'll be back with you on Monday morning, same time, same place. Have a fabulous weekend. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.